you ready for this? Come on, buddy. It's this way. Are you ready? Look. Ladies and gents, Concorde. Jamie, come and have a look at this first. I know. I used to have them.
What happened to
I
them?
had that packet of cards. They had all the different planes on them.
Wow.
I was just a kid though, so long gone. And they weren't in as good condition as that. That's one of the wheels.
There's one of the tires of
You're not really gonna get a good view of that. It's very dark in here.
What, baby?
That is some piece of engineering right there. Something that we'll probably never see again in our lifetime. Supersonic air travel. And he's off. So this was Oh, what was the registration of this one? I can remember. We'll get to it as we head to the rear. We're actually walking underneath Concorde right now. Wow. These engines, tires. And he's off. And there it is. G-BOAA. British Airways had 7 of them, and so did Air France. That's as much as I know. But it was a very sad day. The day of that Paris incident that was unfortunately the beginning of the end for Concorde. But, there we are. There's a wee red arrow. Rolls-Royce RB 211-524H engine, fitted on a 747. Very similar to the engines on a 757 and 767. See, I am a plane geek. But wow. That's a very big plane, isn't it?
Let's go.
Right, should we go and see what else
The
there
buttons
is?
already.
Let's go and see what else.
What's up here? had a bag very similar to that one. Instead of BOAC, it said British Airways on it.
Oh.
I had so much stuff, and God knows where it's all gone.
Jimmy, wait a minute. Give us time, sweetheart. Right, I'm gonna be on the Concorde.
Right, folks, I think it's time to board. Don't you? Oh, imagine actually climbing these steps knowing you're away to fly on it, eh?
I feel safer on these steps than I do on the ones.
It was always a dream, and I remember they started doing like subsonic flights in the UK, like from London up to Edinburgh. It was something like 200 quid, and I remember starting to save my pocket money when I was away one. Must have been about 10 or something, but it never happened. I could never save. But yeah, crossing the threshold. Wait a second, Jamie. It's a very narrow
I know.
cabin, but I guess it had to be. Wow. Toilets aren't very glamorous. Tiny little windows. Wow. Imagine flying at that speed and at that height.
Yeah, that's the door, isn't it? Okay, wait, Jimmy, because I want to see the cockpit.
Now that, here's the Ave geek in me again, is a chunk of a Hawker Siddeley Trident. I know my stuff, see? All the dials and things instead of the computer screens we've got now. Oh buddy, watch yourself. Aye, that's why you're big and strong, that's right. Uh-huh. Yes. Now, is that the engine that you can actually fit the fuselage of a 737 in? I think it is. It belongs to like a 777 or something.
This will be so cool. You get to see, it's like you're going to be.
It was always everyone's dream to fly the Concorde.
The only people flying higher than everybody travelling on Concorde would be astronauts.
The Concorde project was what proved that two nations can work together.
All right.
There are some things which you wonder how man created them.
Wow.
Every time it went over, people looked up
A symbol from a different time,
Need a baby.
when we dreamed of luxury and speed, when we reached
No,
for the
I'll take
sky.
you.
But what of the remarkable life of this machine? What of the people who built Alpha Alpha? What of the people who flew with her? This, then, is the story of Alpha Alpha.
Been on it.
Wow.
Jean.
Jamie, be careful. God, he almost went flying. Now, is that a chipmunk? No. When I was in the Air Cadets, we used to fly aircraft very similar to this one, and they were called chipmunks. But they actually had a canopy, like a solid canopy that you slid backwards and forwards over the two pilot seats there. Very, very similar to this. What are they saying?
Helicopter.
Helicopter? Tell me what they're saying on the phone.
They say hello.
Let me listen. Oh, okay. Almost what's into that.
Let's go.
So did I. It's quite low.
Do you need your feet?
The Avro Anson.
Can't let her down. On both sides. Don't touch.
Ah, wow.
Roll five, roll five. I said, I know the wrong time. He said, no, look back. I couldn't see the
Tornado. Isn't it? A Jaguar. I thought it was a tornado. Buccaneer. That's a tornado. Yes. Harrier jump jet. Now they were famous for being able to take off and land vertically, just like helicopters. know. So there is somewhere to eat your packed lunch indoors. That's quite considerate, especially in weather like this. It's Baltic.
Yeah, cat lunch space.
So yeah, RAF East Fortune. This was an active airbase. De Havilland Comet and the Vulcan. Now I've actually seen one of them fly at RAF Lucas Air Show. The noise. So the Dan Air Comet. Interestingly, here's a fascinating fact again for you. I'm full of them. Dan stood for Davis and Newman, the founders of the airline. So Davis and Newman Air, shortened to Dan Air. As I said, flew in them a couple of times. I think everyone did in my generation. But sadly they met their demise in 1992 when they were purchased for £1 by British Airways. £1. Here's an old set of steps, Edinburgh.
This is crazy with the seats facing both ways.
Yes, well, that's a throwback to this aeroplane started life in the RAF as a military air transport aeroplane.
Wow.
And in the military, all the passenger seats faced backwards because it was deemed to be safer in the event of an accident on the ground.
Oh.
If it meant you didn't have. The other thing you might notice when you get down there and here at the doors, you know how they talk about the emergency slides will inflate. Well, they didn't have emergency slides, so there's a rope tied
my
to
goodness.
the airplane.
Oh, wow.
Just to throw out the door and slide down.
That's awesome. Love it. These seats feel super comfy.
Yeah, I remember them. They all used to be like this.
Wow. I love the windows.
So yeah, rear facing seats. How do you feel about that, folks? Flying backwards? No. No.
I'd buy all these seats just so I could put my feet up. Extra space. The space in the back bits, there's not much, is there?
No.
Look how tiny the trays are. That's crazy. Why on earth is there camels?
No, we have to go back down the front to get off, pal.
But the ladders on that side, steps on that side.
Well, the doors aren't open.
Well, can you wait a minute till we get off? Oh yeah, there's a rope, look. That's so cool.
Wow.
That's a chain.
How aviation has transformed.
These seats squishy. Get to this bigger bit here so that we can squeeze in above it. No, this bit.
The mighty Vulcan bomber. Like I said, I've seen these at air shows back in the 90s. And yeah, they totally stole the show. The noise. Some machines. Head on with a Comet. So that's me going to wrap up this little trip to the National Museum of Flight. That's us been around all the exhibits, been inside the hangars. Fascinating stuff. So thanks very much for watching, folks. Remember, if you're liking the content, give us a wee like, drop a wee comment, say hello in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. Lots more coming up. Some tent box adventures, some day trips. Yeah, subscribe, it's worth it, I think. Anyway, thanks for watching, see you next time.